What's up, everybody? Review Man here, and I'm back with another episode of review of South Park. This one is called Franchise Prequel, and it's pretty much a prequel slash setup to the video game South Park: The Fractured Butthole. And the whole plot point of the it's just pretty much the whole premise to get set up to the whole video game of South Park: The Fractured Butthole. But anyway, without further ado, let's get started. This episode deals with Mark Zuckerberg, Facebook, fake news, Russia, Professor Chaos, Coon and Friends, all this other stuff. Anyway, the episode starts out with Fast Pass, aka Jimmy Balmer. He's, about his whole cripple thing, and he has the superpower of comedy, and that's how that sets up. And in the beginning, it shows him being born and all this other stuff, and him having the power of fast speed and comedy. And then it goes to him joining Coon and Friends. And Coon and Friends, they're trying to make a name for themselves, but you got Professor Chaos over here, aka Butters, spreading all this fake gossip and stuff all over Facebook about how the Coon and Friends do all this bad stuff, and nobody should like the Coon and Friends. And Butters, aka Professor Chaos, has a shop set up in an old Circuit City building, but instead of Circuit City in the background, it's called Chaos City, where he has like all of his minions and all this other stuff, spreading lies and stuff like that all over Facebook. And so while this is going on, the Coon and Friends is trying to establish a name for themselves, trying to get their own Netflix series, trying to get their own movie, trying to get their own premise started up, while you got everybody else starting to spread lies about them all over Facebook. And so the parents, they invite Mark Zuckerberg, the creator of Facebook, to town to talk about why all this is going on. And that was a bad mistake, because he turns it into like this whole, you want to block me, I guess it's a Facebook thing when nobody wants to be friends with Mark Zuckerberg. I don't know. And there was a Harvey Weinstein joke in this episode, where he said, you wanna abuse women and torture small animals or stuff like that, and Coon and Friends are like, no, who do you think we are, Harvey Weinstein? Anyway, classic South Park. But anyway, movie's going on, and so they're all like, all the Coon and Friends will say, there's only one way that we can stop all this negative stuff. We gotta defeat Mark Zuckerberg. And so what they do is they fight Mark Zuckerberg, and Mark Zuckerberg in this episode thinks he's like a indestructible kind of guy, kind of like Mel Gibson, kind of like how they portrayed Mel Gibson. A little bit crazy. That's the first thing that came to mind whenever they showed Mark Zuckerberg doing what he was doing, kind of like what Mel Gibson did. But if you remember the Mel Gibson portrayal, he was kind of zany and quirky and all this other stuff. So anyway, it's going on, and Coon says, after Mark Zuckerberg defeats the rest of Coon and Friends, Coon, aka Cartman, he says, you hurt my friend, you hurt Fast Pass, that was just fighting for crippled rights. You've hurt Tupperware, which was his token. He was fighting for black rights, and you hurt my friend Kyle. He was just fighting for the Jewish rights. And Mark Zuckerberg said, no, I didn't do that. And he's like, that's not what Facebook Live said. You know about Facebook Live. And then it has like Super Craig, and a camera like right over here. Craig's like, and they said, then in the end, Mark Zuckerberg ends up deleting Facebook altogether. And then here's where the Russia, aka Putin joke comes in. At Butters' dad comes in and says, Butters, what are you doing? Spreading lies all over Facebook. And so what he does is he drags Butters to Russia, drags him to Russia, and he said, you apologize to Mr. Putin. And Putin has this look on his face like, what are you talking about? He said, if Putin could do that with the election, talking about the whole Trump's and President Trump and Russia's Vladimir Putin. Anyway, Trump and Russia's Vladimir Putin was working together, and he was creating like all these lies on Facebook and social media and all this other stuff. But anyway, he said, and this is one of the most funniest parts in this entire episode. He says, Butters' dad says to Butters and Vladimir Putin, you are both grounded. Yes, that's right. Butters' dad grounded Butters, aka Professor Chaos, and Vladimir Putin. He grounded Professor Chaos, which was an evil villain, and he grounded Russia's president. That's crazy. That's crazy. So yeah, anyway, and then at the end of it, Coon and friends, they split up because nobody could agree about the whole Netflix series, movie, video game, all this other stuff. Nobody could agree on that, and so they break up into two franchises. You got Coon and friends, and you got whoever Mysterion and the Human Kite and all them are. And so anyway, I think it's pretty much setting up into the video game, which is mostly dealing with superheroes. But yeah, anyway, that was South Park, whatever episode we're up to now. I think it's like 3 or 4. Yeah, because I went an episode last week. Yeah, it's like 3 or 4. It's called Franchise Prequel. Kind of set up into all the whole superhero thing. So join me next time on the next South Park review, when we're going to find out what's going on with Coon and Friends and what's been going on in South Park. So anyway guys, like, comment, subscribe, all that good YouTube stuff, and I will see y'all guys in the next video.